We're back.
What's up? Yeah, we're back. We're back with vengeance.
Yeah. So, man, it's the last Thursday before we break for the holiday. I don't know if I don't really take too much time off. I don't know about you, Chris. Do you take?
I don't even know what day it is right now. I don't even know what day it is. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You better come out of your cave for a few minutes.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. If it wasn't for my nieces back home and people that are telling me that it's Christmas time, I wouldn't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, we're about to go. This is the last. Is this the last live before the new year? Or we have one more?
No, we have one more.
Okay. All right.
We'll go next Thursday.
Just one more. Just one more. That was my problem.
Anyways,
what's up, everybody? We're shaking. We're shaking.
We're here in the studio.
That's right.
And rocking and rolling here. So, Chris, we got to go through this whole process because we're making progress. We're breaking through barriers and
so excited.
Making some massive. Dr. Ruth went over 1 million episodes on her downloads.
Yeah.
On our podcast. Congrats.
Most importantly, not even just the downloads is just what people see. That's just people tune. That just lets me know people are tuning in.
Yeah.
But taking those downloads and then helping her monetize the way she's never done before, that's what I'm most excited about.
Tell us more.
And creating more of an ambassadorship with your show. I would much rather have 1,000 listeners than have 1 million. In having those 1,000 listeners be so immersed into the core message and the essence of the reason why we started the show.
True fans.
Yes.
True fans.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's not about, I hear all these people talk about all these downloads and all this stuff. That's what they're going. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? Yes. Downloads is just an indication that I got your attention. That's all that is to me.
You know what's changing though? And this is what I love is about video in general is that TikTok is now the most visited website on the planet.
Okay.
Exceeding Google, exceeding Facebook, so that tells me, that indicates to me that people are interested in video and some of the stories that go behind it. So creating those fans, creating that interaction, creating that excitement about what's going on around the world, I think is a trend.
So I did download TikTok like 2 years ago when it came out.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm very comical. I would like to say I am, but like doing like I don't have time. I'm moving. So, but whatever. Teach his own. I don't hate.
I'm not hating on it. It's just an observation. I just wanted to point out because we're doing a lot of video here in WINJECT, and we're expressing ourselves and talking about business, and we're talking about all of the things that are evolving. And I just wanted to remind people that video is an incredibly powerful tool, and that's one of the reasons why we're here, Chris, is to share and add value to the community. So, that's part of the process that Dr. Ruth has gone through is evolving into a creator that actually has fans. She's developing those fans into avid fans, and she's going to get a following, and her business is growing as a result.
100%. And she's discovering another version of herself that she never thought was actually possible.
Interesting.
She never thought that she would want to do a show and to be the person that's the host, but she does a phenomenal job of diving into someone's traumatic experiences and creating an experience for people to truly feel safe.
Yeah.
And you were on her show. Talk about your experience on the show.
Well, she's really authentic and curious about listening to what you're saying. And one of the things that I loved about being on her show was the back and forth and the level of comfort that I had in communicating with her and actually, sharing some of the things that were painful in my life. And if you go back and watch that show, it's
jam-packed. It's jam-packed.
I've had some things happen to me, it's like
a thing or two.
I missed the bus a couple of times. Things happen in life.
Oh, I remember those days. Remember Never mind. I'm going to go into this. But yeah, I remember missing the bus and going, shit, I'm
Squirrel.
gonna get in trouble. Yeah,
Squirrel.
don't get me started. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. I'm like, oh, shit. I can't tell the reason why I missed the bus. I left the house an hour ago. You know what I mean? But no, I'm not going to go there today. Okay.
Don't go there. Just
Yeah,
stop.
please. Okay.
Stop.
Shut up, Chris. All right.
That's another episode for another day.
That's X-rated. Okay. Anyways, but but yeah, so I do want to discuss also that every show now has their own individual show page, and it is coded and linked to their own specific, I don't like to say the word affiliate, but it's their earnings page where they're able to monetize and to attract their listeners in to the community to where they've never been able to interact before. Like, you know, so perfect example, Jess Lee Roadshow, 4 million downloads. I'll say it again, 4 million downloads. Season 2 coming soon in January 20. It's already been filming. They've been filming for the last like 3 months. And I cannot wait for that show to come out. It's going to be insane. Season 1 was just a way for us to talk about what's going to happen and what's the intention behind the show.
Yeah.
Can't talk about the music side, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. But they're breaking off a way, well, I guess you would say opening up a door for her fans to really, truly see her in a different light, the way they want to see her. One of the best shows, you know, I got this idea from one of the best shows in early 2000-ish, VH1, Behind the Music.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that series.
I loved that series, and it's the same type of premise from behind it. You know, so it's going to be really cool to see people see her go on her excursions. She got a tattoo. She went and all the place. Like I love just one thing I loved about traveling as a regional before I started my entrepreneurial journey. I would go to different spots, but I would always ask the concierge. I'm like, listen, I don't want to go to the place that everybody goes to. I want to go to like the local spots and eating cuisines and all the, man, it's a little hole in the walls. That's my spot, man.
Yeah.
I was born and got it. I love it.
Having been a musician that traveled from town to town and visited a lot of, you know, towns across the Northwest in Canada, I really enjoyed the opportunity to see some of the behind the scenes because it's cool. Like I could totally relate. It's like you're going to a museum or something one day and just kind of random things. You run into random people and the adventures that you can actually achieve are it's amazing. And not everybody understands or appreciates that kind of lifestyle. However, it's kind of fascinating to watch. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's gonna be really fun to watch. Especially now with season 1, I was the host for season 1, and now me just being the after show host for when the show like recaps, and it'll be shot. Obviously, I can't discuss who's going to shoot it and what we're doing, but when it takes off, it's going to not shine a light on everything we're doing at WINJECT. But now it's funny; it's taken almost a year to get everything in place because this is massive. This will be, and I was just talking about this. This is the 4th IPO that I've been involved with, and it's the first one that will be the CEO and owner for. All the other ones in the course creation and putting in the back, I guess, behind the scenes and the things that make things work. And I think we were having a brief discussion last night before I headed offline. It felt like 2 hours ago. But just how busy I've been. Me working in the trenches of what it takes for someone to open up the doors to a different side of what they thought was possible is where I get my fulfillment from. And I feel like I've been put on this planet to help people and put them in the position to win. And man, it's nothing lights me up more than that. Nothing. I've been telling you, when I watch someone step into their true selves and they go, whoa, I can't believe this happened. Like the Dr. Ruth stuff.
Yeah.
Like she had a post last night. I can't believe this happened. Can't believe this happened.
Yeah.
And watching that excitement inside of somebody, it just fuels me.
Well, there's podcasts out there, Chris, that have been out there for 12 years that haven't reached 1 million downloads. So to be able to accomplish that goal is incredibly tremendous, and it's life-changing, in 12 weeks. So it's
you know what the secret ingredient is? You know what the secret ingredient is? Just like any other business, distribution channels. Look at distribution channels and look at how many other people can talk about you. And you turn the small ones into raven fans, and you get, just like you talk about, it's your tagline: be seen, be heard, be talked about, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And build yourself as an authority figure. Well, how to do that is get everybody else to talk about you.
And the other thing I think that is really key to this conversation, and I don't want to brush over it too much, because the things that have been accomplished since I've known you, I've seen it take place. And there's a lot of individuals, including myself at times, is like, we don't know how to imagine a different possibility, a different potential.
It's difficult. Yeah.
And it's sometimes, it's like when you're in the weeds and you're just doing your thing and you're helping clients and you're getting, you're going after business and you're, making sure that the lights are on and everything's working and the wheels on the bus are all rotating. I'll
tell you what, this bus today, this bus.
The bus thing. This is the bus episode, folks. And we're stepping outside, and there's sometimes you just have to take a step back and say, what is it that I really want? What is it that I really need to fill my days with, to feel joy and happiness and value in this world? And I think that's really important for people to understand, that that's part of the equation here. That's part of the community that we want to contribute to. We're so much in alignment with the engagement piece, Chris, that it's really important for people people that don't know that, they may not get it at first.
Well, they're not going to get it at first, but it's all about exposure. I truly believe success and anything in life is all about exposure. If you grew up in a third world country, you're potentially not going to be exposed to high level and uncommon thinkers. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. That might potentially give you a lot of fuel to motivate you, to put you and propel you in a different level.
Yeah.
But if you're exposed to a lot of high level thinkers and wealthy individuals, then you start paying attention. Yeah. Everything that you ever would want is just by you getting exposed to it. We live in the best time. This is the easiest time in the world to put yourself in that situations.
I repeat that on a regular basis. This is the best
literally
time to
lights
start
me on fire.
It's on fire.
Okay, when people, here's the biggest misconception when it pertains to business. They think they need a damn loan. No, you need your first customer.
Yeah.
You need your first customer. Because you have somebody comes to your door and says, I have this to sell, and they buy it. You now have what? Capital. You have revenue. You turn that into what? You turn it into another 100 clients. You now have $1,000. So did you have a capital problem, or did you have a customer problem? You had a freaking customer problem.
Yeah.
Stop going to the damn banks and trying to get a loan. Go do something. You have a cash flow problem. Yeah. Sorry, you're about to light me on fire.
Yeah, I read.
You do this every time.
I read a post the other day, and you'll appreciate this. It's like, how come a 20-year-old can get $100,000 in student debt?
Easy.
They can't go to the bank and get $20,000 worth of business loan.
You got to look what's controlling the world, okay? Don't even look at the banks. Look at the insurance companies. If I go to the bank right now, they're only going to insure my money up to $200K potentially. Yeah. So you have to look at all these other areas for me to be able to grow my wealth. It's difficult.
Yeah.
Then you have to look at also the inflation. Don't even get me started.
Yeah. Let's go down a different path, because this is a territory that is probably – we need another show specifically.
Well, yeah, because I mean, this is what I've been exposed to.
Yeah,
and this is one of the driving factors behind why this came about.
Yeah,
because most people don't understand how difficult it is to put yourself in positions to really win.
Yeah.
Because you can have a great show, bro. You can have a great show and you can have a lot of listeners. But if you have all these listeners and they ain't buying a damn soda at your event, then we got a problem.
Right. Right. And it may not be your personality. It may not be anything that you're doing. It may be that something is just not in alignment with what your message needs to be in order to get them in the door.
Boom. You said it right there.
Yeah.
Most people, when they have a show, they're the talent.
Mm-hmm.
They are the talent. They are the attraction for people. Okay. If they got on a show and sounded salesy, do you think people are really going to want to tune in for the second episode? No. That's why WINJECT is here to do it for you.
Yeah.
Allow us to be the engine that drives you to wherever you want to go.
And that's a great point. It's every business owner usually starts their business because of they're solving a problem for someone, or they're doing something they enjoy, or they're putting something out there that helps someone. And that's what their sweet spot is. That's what their, zone of genius is. And a lot of business owners may not necessarily be ideal at promoting their products or their services or their ideas. Mm-hmm. However, they could create something amazing. Like I'm a perfect example of that. I love creating. I love teaching. I love sharing all this stuff. I just, it's taken years to actually get to the point where it's like, okay, this is worth something, and I want you to make sure that I can provide it to you, and you're willing to see the value in it and pay me money.
That is true.
However, what WINJECT is doing and what you're doing that's different is that you're removing that piece of the puzzle from the process and allowing other people to take that challenge of adding the information and processing the goals and, helping the end user say, well, what is it that you need help with? And then you have a community that can help them in different ways, and they can explain that to them. It's a beautiful process.
And thank you for that. And I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing without you, to be honest. And I really want you to understand that with the years of experience and the stuff that you've forgotten, I haven't even been exposed to yet. Also, it's important for everyone to understand something very, 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 very simple. If you really, truly want to know what it feels like to live in bliss, think about, and I want everybody to imagine, there might be some people listening to the replay of this. I want you to just really close your eyes right now and to imagine a life where you can just be in bliss of doing the things that you love to do. Think about just an example, like going to the mall, you're going shopping, or it could be going to your favorite restaurant. It could be, I don't know, recording your dream episode with an individual. But if you're not passing the visual test, you can't attract that person into your show. And I want you to think about all the things that you have to do that don't produce an ROI for you. Doesn't have to be money. But what if we remove the things that you don't want to do and allowed you to stay in your zone of genius, your sweet spot? Do you think you would get to your end result faster? That's what we've done. We put people in a position where they don't have to focus on all the other moving parts and be around people that have been there before, done it for 3 other billion-dollar companies, and just doing it now for media. The only thing has changed. If you look at the model of what we've actually built, is the same thing for a $1 trillion industry in trade schools in America. Same infrastructure, same methodology, same outcome. We're just going to apply it now to media. I can't wait. They don't even know. I'm telling you. I was telling you last night, my zone of G, my area of expertise is just putting people in. Once they come in and they walk through the door, you're not leaving.
Yeah.
You're going to have that much fun.
I was having a show this morning, Chris. I have my Thursday morning show at 7 a.m. Arizona time, Pirate broadcast, and
go plug.
Go plug. And I was relaying this message that I've been promoting for at least 6 to 8 years already. It's like you now have the ability and the opportunity to be the media. You are the media.
True.
You have the gift, you have the message, you have the ability to fire up your phone and actually create and broadcast and live stream and podcast and all of the things necessary. The thing that is missing that you are adding in WINJECT is the infrastructure that supports that initiative.
Right.
Because what happens is, you start a project like that, and I've created thousands of blog posts, I've created thousands of podcasts, I've created all kinds of media. And what typically happens when somebody gets all excited about it, they get excited about it until they realize how much time and effort and energy it takes.
So much time.
And it takes a lot of effort. And you have to love it. And so rather than doing it all yourself, just get involved in WINJECT and allow people around you to surround you and support you. And it's like a no-brainer once you get past the idea that, oh, wait, that could be done. That is possible. Yes,
it is possible. Anything is possible. And that's the principle of faith.
Yeah.
Is being able to see the invisible, believe in the impossible, right? I mean, come on, let's be real. Like, you have to understand that you are been built and designed to do different things with your life. And you, at some point, from not your fault or somebody else's fault, could be a multitude of reasons.
Yeah.
You conform and started doing things that you didn't want to do because you feel that it was in the best interest of you of doing it that way.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. But
not at all. Not at all.
You have to, at some point, you're going to have to say enough's enough.
Yeah.
Enough's enough. And I'm down and take control. That's the first step, is being aware of what's happening, and then you taking control.
Yeah.
You take control.
You know that faith is a two-sided coin, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Everything's a two-sided coin.
So on the other side is fear, because it's almost this identical definition. So whether it's faith or fear, you gotta step into it, because you can't see it, and unless it's a tiger or something, and
that's different. You put a gun to my head, I fear that shit.
That's a different scenario. However,
I might say a couple 4-letter words to you, but I will be scared. I probably won't look it, but I will be scared. I'm like, oh shit, they're gonna pull the trigger. Today's the day.
And that's
coming home.
That's the beauty, though. That's the beauty is you have to decide to move out of it. You have to and move into it. And that's the thing, because we all have the opportunity to create something amazing. And we just have to believe in the faith that it's going to work out, or step out of the fear that it's going to work out.
Yeah. And then sometimes is trying to get to you put yourself in a position where you're not trying to predict the future, but you also have to look at the underlying messages with what's happening where you are.
Yeah.
I mean, when you tell me 2.5 years ago when I started my show that I would own a broadcasting media corporation, I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't know.
You're the next Ted Turner.
You can drop me. I'm telling you, I'm actually pretty sure. I'm actually pretty definite on this. I'm pretty set that you can drop me off at anywhere, and I'm going to end up tripling my worth at some point, because something will be sold in that mud hut somewhere. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. I will find a problem, and I would try to solve a problem somewhere, and selling it for and cornering a market. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Also, there's one area, and I know that we're about to share a screen here and talk about something and try to get through this for the people that are tuning in. And happy holidays, everybody. I forgot what month it was, but true. The offers that we have, there's over 33 offers. I think 33. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. So many.
There are opportunities, Chris.
Yeah. Well, yes. And exclusive offers that if I went to your website, the Pirate Syndicate and the Pirate Broadcast, I went to Russ John's and found Russ John's online and tried to get one of your offers and try to pay for one of your offers and try to acquire it. If you went inside a community and became a member for a $1.70 something a day, cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Got more than that on the street. You became a member. You now have access to that same offer, but just probably potentially $3,000 less.
Right. And that's because I believe in the journey that we're going on. And I believe in the fact that we have an opportunity to help more people, which is my mission. My mission is to help more people. And by coordinating an effort with WINJECT, I could provide exclusive offers that will be accelerated into the community and support my goal and my mission, which also aligns with Chris's
100%. 100%. We're just like the yin and yang, the two fishes, right?
Yeah.
So some point this fish is going to wake up and be like, we're the same, but we're different. We're the same, but it's true. Like I was just doing some things on working on the other side of my brain for about an hour and a half. And by the time I got on this thing with Russ, I don't think I was speaking English. I was like, I don't know what's happening right now, Russ. Hopefully this live goes well.
Yeah.
Well, because you have to work on different things. Yeah,
it always does.
Let's talk. Let's share the screen.
Share the screen and let's talk about
let's talk about some things and for everybody to understand what these two crazy bald people are talking about. And this is what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So
my bearded brother.
Right. This is Russ's offer. And you go to, is it winject.com/offers/Russ Johns, you will find his own page here.
Yeah.
And every single one, and since he's an official partner, you do get 10% off your first purchase. That means could be a podcaster, could be a content creator, whatever
it happens to be.
Whatever. Even if you have a podcast right now and you want to be a part of the community, come in part of the community. If you want to do it the WINJECT way and for you to get more exposure, then you can relaunch your show and be one of WINJECT Studios' original show. But it's not just everybody. You need to be approved for something like that. But walk people through this offer if you can, Russ.
Well, one of the things that is a challenge for a lot of podcasters, a lot of live streamers, are the infrastructure that gets into it. And so what I've done with the Pirate Syndicate, Chris, is created this systematic approach to how you can actually invite people into the show, get them booked, get the notifications in place, actually put some content creation together to actually build out the episodes, the creative, just like we have here in the WINJECT show. Is all of these pieces of the puzzle take time and energy and effort, and it's every episode. So as you go through this process, I've developed a team of producers that can help you get on there, book your calls, follow up with the invitations, make sure that people show up when they need to show up, produce the show, make the changes in the episode, make sure that that's in place, and then take that audio file and that video file, and that gets streamed out to multiple platforms. And then what we do is we take that file and we place it into a podcasting host, either your choice or our choice. And if you don't have anything, and then what we do is we promote that, and then we send you the transcript, we send you the audio file, and we send you links to your YouTube channel. And then you can create blog posts and produce more content from that. And as a result of this, we actually help you create content in advance of the show to promote the show. We create content from the show to promote it again afterwards, because a lot of people, don't necessarily utilize repurposing content like they could. So what we do is we take that and we put it out there again and again. And we build this machine for you to where you just show up to the microphone, essentially, and you show up, your guest shows up, we produce the show, and you're done.
What a life. If you told me I would just show up and turn the microphone on, I'm like, what? It's great. Okay, I can talk a lot more shit now.
Yeah. And so one of the things that I have on the Pirate Syndicate is, the strategy that is required to actually build all this out in advance. I waive that fee for the people in the WINJECT community. And what we're doing is we're charging you for the shows that you produce. So that's that's an extremely valuable piece of information, because some people may not necessarily know exactly what their strategy is, what they need to put in place, all of the pieces of the puzzle that are going to exist, how to navigate through this maze of systems and processes. So we do that for you. We process that information for you. So there's no questions. There's, everything's handled for you and it's taken care of. So we go through that process.
And it's what I do love about the Pirate Syndicate and what you do with your producers. You make it so easy for the consumer first, the person booking in. Because I'm telling you, man, when I get booked in for shows, and if it's like not a seamless process, it makes me not want to be involved. It kind of like lets me know exactly what it's going to look like when the show is distributed. It's going to be all over the place. Like, 'cause you know how it is. You've been on shows.
Yeah.
They'll let you know a day before it comes out. I'm like, well, shit, bro. Like, I'm an entrepreneur. I have a schedule for posts, and now I have to move things around. You're now causing me an inconvenience, and me investing my time and energy and whatever into your show. And now I have to stop what I'm doing to get your, obviously try to promote your show. You got to let me know ahead of time. And that's one thing about your show. Granted, it was a live show and then the back end of it, but it was just, it made it seamless. And I love that. But here's the next piece that most people don't think about when they have a show is the course creation and how to turn their listeners into Raven fans and to lifelong clients.
Yeah.
Is the course creation side. And this is exactly an example of what we did with Nazi Katoon, the great Nazi Katoon, lives on each Tuesday, 2 p.m. UK time, whatever time that is due to math and the rest of the world. But we built her infrastructure in her membership site.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She's on fire. She was just on the Mark Jenkins show today, The Anabolic Mind. She is just such a wonderful talent. She's my trainer on top of that, but I saw an opportunity and we went with it. And this is going to give her clients a way of consuming her knowledge and her skills on a whole different way that they've never done before. And it's time consuming on both sides. And if you notice, I'm going to stop it right here just for a second. And this is no offense to Nazi, and I'm not trying to make any type of statements. We're like really good friends. This isn't a photo shoot. This is Nazia in the trenches doing her job and doing what she loves to do. You don't see all the glam and the spray tans and all the fans blowing hair up and shit. You're getting her uncut and raw and showing you what it takes to have transformation within yourself and having everlasting change. And she's done it with myself. That's how I know it's true. And this is a way for people to really get to understand. This is just a pre-placement course. So if you're a part of the community, you're not just getting access to a Russ Johns. You're getting access to over 200 hours of videos of courses, the pre-placement courses, setting people up and just to see if you like it or not, but you still have access to it.
And we're still creating more.
100%. Man, I got over I think about 10 hours of videos that I have to edit myself for my own stuff.
Yeah.
To get it off. So then for content creators, if you're a podcaster and you're only WINJECT Studios original shows, all this stuff is done in-house. So therefore, we're able to edit your show, distribute your show. But when you record your shows, you're now talking to your listeners of your shows. If you would like early access to my show, pay, $15?
Yeah.
And you're able to view all the shows, including all the shows that record. I have, well, not now, but I think it was in March, I recorded 6 months ahead of the Win-Win Effect. And people are blown away right now because when the show's about to launch for season 6 and I'm like 40 pounds lighter, they're like, what the happened? I'm like, what did he do?
So, where did you go?
They're like, what happened? I'm like, I lost it. So it's okay. But the point behind this is to give people access to their guest and the host and the special guest. There's a lot of like even we'll show you here in a second, the engagement part. We have each.
Well, and that's what I want to stress too, Chris.
Yeah,
is
please.
That's part of the engagement process. And, a lot of people, they don't have access to some of the people that they follow or they listen to on a regular basis.
Not that way.
Not the way that we're describing it, not the way we were building it out.
Right. And then it's this, if you notice, this is inside the community.
Mm-hmm.
And inside the community, each show has their own page. And you don't see it on this because it's not activated on this particular page. But you have an API where you're able to upload and have your Zoom where people can book in to whatever, your Q&As. It could be just you're going live inside of a community. There's going to be lives everywhere inside the community. The lives that you're seeing right now is just for social media, just outreach.
Yeah.
We're just talking about it. These lives will change. It'll just be us talking about what's happening inside a community and then moving on. It's up to you to take action, right? So,
and this is like a flywheel. This is starting up, and it's going to continue to grow, and it's going to continue to build, and it's going to continue to evolve. And
I don't know anybody doing anything like this. And if if anybody is, then let me know, and I'll work out some type of partnership, or I'll end up looking at the moving parts and buying them out and then controlling the market. This is how cornering markets look like. But the other side of this, even within the community, you had the fulfillment process with the 2 call centers we have, one in New York and one in Arizona, to not call center and to sell people anything. They're placement experts. They don't make any commission on anything. I pay them a salary. They're there as an educational placement expert to get on the phone, set an appointment, and then onboard you properly. Because my biggest fear and what really scared the crap out of me is that we'll have a bunch of people signing in and signing up and then see all this stuff.
Yeah.
And they get so overwhelmed.
And then they run away.
Yeah, and they run away because there's nothing else they can really do about it. But that's kind of like a little bit more in depth. And you want me to play any parts of this? I know I was talking a lot, and you were talking a lot on this, but that's kind of like a little bit more inside of what. But make sure you're going to Russ's page. Every single one of the official partners, they do have a discount code, and their discount code is only for the first purchase. So it might be in the best interest of you, depending on your financial situation, whatever. I know it's Christmas, but we haven't kicked this thing on live yet. Yeah. It's open. Yeah, of course. People can go and join right now, but the people inside the community are only internal people because I wasn't in a rush.
Yeah.
I wasn't in a rush, but every single one of you, well, you can do monthly, you can do yearly, you can do whatever. And I even thought about into something else for us to, run it past the board members and whatnot, is having a one-time fee.
Lifetime membership.
Yeah, lifetime membership just before everything goes public. So that could be an idea. It could be something for us to bounce around. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm a fan. I have several platforms that I've invested in advance to get the lifetime membership, so I don't have to think about updates or upgrades or next versions and things like that. So it's really a model that certain people are attracted to, and if you're able to do it, I think it's well worth it.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, because you don't want to be alone. Let's be real. I know when I started my show 2 years ago, granted, the first 2 seasons were all audio, and I was my way of training reps in the States from here in London. And I had a co-host, West Bay. Shout out to West Bays, love you, bro. He was there to extract the information because I wasn't a guy that gets on. I would do trainings. I would never do a show. It was like you got to give me limitations of what I need to talk about. Keep me on track, because just like you're a professional squirrel hunter. I'm like, what? And next thing you know, I'm talking about, I don't know, who won the World Series in 1985. I don't know. So just if I had somebody there to kind of point me in the right direction, granted, I'm grateful for me going through that alone at the time and making the decisions. I didn't know anything about podcasting.
Yeah.
2 years later, I own a broadcasting media corporation. So,
and that's just the ability to
opportunity.
actually see
That's the point.
A different outcome in a new industry, right?
Right. Yeah,
Solving a
I know
problem.
what. Yeah, I saw a major gap, an astronomical gap on what's being done and what's not being done and what should be done, and I just solved that problem.
Yeah.
And this is what typically happens when I'm told no.
Well, the other thing that I think is,
be told no.
yeah, I think the other thing that's really critical is that people understand that it's not just you and I. I mean, we have a whole team of people around us that are doing some work here and doing some amazing stuff. And just like Nazia, she's creating courses. She's doing a pre-course. There's so many people that are getting on board here, and I just want to make sure that we share it out with as many people as possible, because my mission to help more people, help more people.
Yeah, we have Mark Jenkins right now recording for the Anabolic Mind Show, and we're starting to post clips. If you notice on our Instagram and social media channels, we haven't been posting a lot on purpose. Yeah. Like, why didn't they post it? Because we're not going to be posting the same things that 2022.
Yeah,
we're coming in hot.
Yeah,
we're coming in hot, and
it's exciting.
It's really exciting, and also another reason why it's really exciting. The whole time building this, and I wasn't tapped into my source. Like I'm doing other things, and I had all these other deals and brokering deals and contract stuff. I was still trying to finish up and clean up before I stepped down as a CEO of the other corporation. And then moving into this, now I'm starting to really immerse myself. And then in the meantime, I had all these other hosts recording shows now that are all coming out and they're about to launch.
Yeah.
Now I'm seeing the level of impact with no marketing. I was showing the Great Alpha Hippie Tribe. Angelo, shout out to Angelo and Ryan. Love you guys. Showing them what's in the website and how many views we're getting on the website with zero paid traffic. Zero paid traffic. Yeah. We have our own Apple channel now. I don't know, man. It's going to be so much. It's just going to be so much fun watching everybody go, whoa, what's in here? What's in here? I mean, you got other people. It's kind of like when people haven't been exposed to something like this, of this magnitude, you have to convince people even more. But I'm almost tempted to open up the doors for 2 weeks with nothing behind a firewall, just to let them come in.
Yeah.
And then shut the doors behind them. Now you just can't leave. Ever seen a Bronx Tale? That was a great movie. Now you just can't leave.
Now you can't leave.
Anyways, I could go on for years, man.
I know. And I really appreciate what you're doing, and I appreciate the fact that you brought me.
Got a mouse in a pocket, yeah.
And I was available and willing to participate in this shenanigans.
I'm honored.
So yeah,
and we were made from the start, bro.
Yeah, because I brought you onto the Pirates broadcast, and it just kind of clicked. So been connected ever since.
Right, that was fun. I remember that show when I didn't know your story that much, other than watching your live streams. And I think it was the first opening line. I was like, "R," it's like "R, matey." But I understood. But anyways, it was fun.
Ton of fun.
Yeah.
So you're going to be like me and work over the weekend, or
dude,
you're going to take Christmas off?
This is the life that I chose, bro.
Yeah.
This is the life that I chose. I'm telling you, man. And I just talked about Wes. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
If I pass away and pass over before people, just make sure they bury me with a phone. Okay. In case they made a mistake, I'm still going to be hustling. And it doesn't mean that I'm working on business. I just turn ideas into other things. I love
it's not really
doing
work,
stuff.
Is it? It's not
no,
really work.
Not when you're doing what you've been built to do. When you're doing what God is telling you to do, there's no room for nothing else in this world.
Amen, brother. Well, thank you so much for this episode. And I look forward to, next week, last show of 2021. I cannot believe it's 2022. It just blows my mind away.
Man,
it's just crazy. But
old,
for everyone out there that's listening to the replay, participating in WINJECT, love you all, and make sure that you have a fabulous holiday season.
Safe holiday. Safe. Be safe out there.
Safe holiday, and make sure that you're doing everything you need to stay safe.
And check on the people. Can I say one thing, not to cut you off? I apologize.
Yeah, no, go right ahead.
Check on the people that don't have a lot of loved ones around them, please. If you're working with somebody and maybe you've heard them say that they're not from that city and they're not going home for Christmas, or they're going home for the holidays, check in on your people.
Yeah, just reach out.
You don't have to say, "Hey, are you okay?" Don't say that. That's going to trigger.
No, just say, "Hey, just
what are you up
to say
to?"
Hi.
Yeah.
What are you up to?
Just be conscious that other people are going through something.
Yeah.
Be
aware. Yeah.
I just want to make that's something that I don't hear a lot of people talk about that. Because even the ones that are the life of the party. I suffered from this for years, being the life of the party and always being the guy to smile on my face. I was like pretty much the crying clown.
Yeah.
The little laughing clown, but I was crying inside.
Yeah.
Because, you need to put on a certain mask to do certain things when you're younger and adolescent. You don't understand. I've always been a guy traveling for different cities, when I was in corporate America. And I was every once in a while I get caught up in whatever I was doing and wouldn't be around loved ones. And that's a lonely time.
Yeah.
It's a lonely time. So check on your people.
Check on your people. And you know why?
Kindness is cool.
Kindness is cool. Smiles are free. So you enjoy the day.
Peace out, guys. Much love. Take care. Happy holidays.
Podcast is brought to you by WINJECT Studios. We are an all-in-one educational platform for podcasters that revolutionizes how hosts leverage content to increase engagement with listeners, downloads, and income. We come together to focus on community, collaboration, and collective impact. For more information on how you can interact directly with our hosts, access exclusive live content with offers you can't get anywhere else from our official partners, join our purpose-driven community by visiting www.winject.com. If you're ready to build a career doing what you love, then we're ready to see you there.